I am Daniel Whittington, Chancellor of Wizard Academy and Whiskey Marketing School. Welcome to the Whiskey Vault. So I told you in the last video, how do you not sound like a noob? You have to actually go study and learn things about whiskey. This video I want to talk about, how do you do that? Say you don't want to go to school, you have a full-time job, a life, family, kids, you're busy. You don't want to pay $200 for a certification on the internet, but you also don't want to create spreadsheets and flashcards and start practicing your whiskey jargon. That's a pretty narrow thing, but I have some suggestions. And also, I'm going to get to drink Glenfarclas 25. Also, Rob Catrone donated towards getting this bottle, and I finally found a bottle, and I found a couple other people who are going to remain nameless, and me, who put our money together to get this bottle of Glenfarclas 25 for the vault. I'm a huge fan of Glenfarclas, so I'm excited about this one. And Rob, thank you for your contribution. It took a while to track down one of these in Texas. I probably could have bought one on the internet, but I sort of like to find them organically. Oh, Glenfarclas. I'm looking forward to this one. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. So, first, get out there and meet whiskey people. How do you learn about whiskey? Get out there and meet whiskey people. Go to places whiskey people hang out. And I don't mean go sit at a bar and be like, hey, you like whiskey? Hey, do you like whiskey? That's going to get you kicked out of the bar. That's going to be weird. I mean, like, look for tasting events. Look for a brand coming to town, like Lafroig's going to do an event at your local liquor store. Just start showing up at places because here's what you get. You get a little whiskey education and you get a fun night out. You know, bring your spouse. Drag your husband to the whiskey tasting. This is the easiest way, but you're going to learn it over a long time piecemeal, right? Find a whiskey bar that has a really serious whiskey collection and show up on unbusy nights of the week and talk to the bartenders. Tip well and talk to the bartenders. You'll learn all kinds of things that way. And it's fun, and you're just having a drink. And you're not having to write, spreadsheets out and look at your flashcards and memorize the 5 regions of Scotland. 2, how do you find it on the internet? Google helps, reading blogs, and that's just a pastime. Watch some YouTube videos, not just this channel, but watch other YouTube channels. Watch documentaries on YouTube, and there's a good way to pass some time where it doesn't feel like you're doing homework and studying for school. Buy a whiskey book if you're a reader. Read things. Go to the bar with whiskey friends. Ask them questions. Basically, if you really want to understand more about whiskey, but you don't want to feel like you're going to school, the shortcut, and then I'm going to follow with some other things, the shortcut is incorporate whiskey-type events into your leisure activities. And by the very fact of being around these things and being in conversations and talking to people, you're just going to learn things through osmosis, almost. Let's try some Glenfarclas. Oh, man. So Glenfarclas is old school distillery. They're one of the only few distilleries left still doing open fire distillation on their pots, which is nuts, or direct fire, which is flame encountering the bottom of the thing. They are started a long time ago, 1836. Robert Hay. Oh, man. Peach, deep fig, dark sweetness, raisin, really soft vanilla, like a vanilla extract almost, but like really softened and stretched out and a little bit oaky. Yeah, there's a little bit of a barley grassy kind of note. And it's very toasted, yeah, toasted is the right word. Almost a sesame, toasted sesame seed kind of note. That takes it a slight direction of savory. Interesting. Oh, and it's soft. I mean, it's low proof. It's 43. But it drinks like slight orange tinted raisin. Very soft and butter. Creamy, oily. Okay. So you want to learn about whiskey, go to Whiskey Things. But I need you to remember this. the point of whiskey is people. That's the point of whiskey, really. Drinking alone is fine, but people are really the point of most of life's experiences. Connection with other humans, and makes a moment more than itself and more than just the sum of its pieces. And so the more that you can incorporate being around other people and taking a moment where you learned about Scotch with some fascinating people, talking to a Scottish person, or like, not only is it really the point of why we do it at all, it's also gonna cement the knowledge in your brain, because you will have what's called episodic memories of this thing, which is not just I learned this thing, but I remember the context in which I learned it and the people in the space and maybe who even told it to me. And that's going to cement that whiskey knowledge. And then I'm going to give you one thing that is the closest to school that you're going to get. Carry a notebook, write things down. I know that's really close to school, but you're more likely to remember things if you engage in writing things down as you learn them. You really are. It's one of the things that used to piss us off in school is taking notes, but there's few better ways to learn than as you're hearing things to also be writing things. It really cements knowledge. And so if you've reached the point where you're not just hanging out with whiskey people, accidentally learning things, and you kind of want to take it just a step further, but you still aren't really interested in certifications and you don't want spreadsheets and flashcards, just carry a little reporter's notebook, a little moleskin. It fits in your pocket, little flip ones. And just anytime something really interests you and you're like, oh, that's kind of cool, just write things down. It's the easiest thing in the world to carry a notebook and a pen and pay attention. And then write things down. That we always say this in class, the difference between a whiskey person and a whiskey student is writing things down. You can have 20 years of drinking experience and have almost no whiskey knowledge. You can have 2 years of drinking experience, and if you're writing things down, no more than most whiskey drinkers. Even if you're just writing down what you liked about this whiskey. So you try a Glenfarclas 25 for the first time, and you're like, oh man, I love that. And you just write Glenfarclas 25. Here's what I loved about it. And you don't write tasting notes, you don't write news, palate, finish. Sure, if you want to, but now we're into school. You could just write, here's what I liked about this. Also, Rob was here and he was really fun. And I met this person, and just do a little journal entry on that whiskey. It's a great thing. I hope that's helpful. This whiskey is so good. Musty. Cheers to you. I'm really glad you're here. You don't have to write this one down, you just do it. You like and subscribe.